Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm finally updating. I know it's been a long time. It's been about 2 weeks, I think, and I'm really sorry about that. I know I said that I'd be posting every week, but as I explained in my earlier video, I'm not going to be able to do that because of school. It's been so hectic, you guys. You wouldn't understand. I have a job. I go to a place called Kaba where I take chorus, and I go to school. I get home at 7 and start studying at 7 till 10. So it's really not easy. But enough of that. Today we're going to have a type of tutorial on how to be a good Christian. First of all, what does being a good Christian mean? Being a good Christian does not mean that you just go to church, because I mean everyone can do that, even people who don't believe in God. Just because you go to church and you pray and you look like the one who's most feeling like the word in church, does not make you a good Christian. Why? Because what makes you a good Christian are your acts. How could you tell me you're a good Christian if you get out of church and your mom does something small wrong and you start screaming at her? Explain to me how that makes you a good Christian, because I don't get it. Lots of people believe themselves to be good Christians, but I think there's important guidelines to know if you're a good Christian or not. Step 1. Do you actually ask God to help you in your decisions, or do you, knowing that they're wrong, take them anyways? That is really important, because if you take them even though you're feeling and you know that God's telling you, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, this is wrong, I'm screaming at it to you. If you don't listen, you're obviously a bad Christian, because you are not listening to what the Lord is telling you. Now, another thing might also be that you react in ways that you shouldn't. I understand that sometimes we get angry. Everyone gets angry at certain times in their lives. We do. I mean, we get frustrated and things happen, you just want to scream. I get that. But you shouldn't insult someone or yell at them or hit them, of course. You shouldn't do that, because that is not what a Christian does. That's not what God wants you to do. Try to rein in that anger and think about what you should do, what God would want you to do. And I'm sure the answer is not going to be hit the person or yell insults at them, because that's going to hurt them. And maybe at the moment you don't really care because you're angry and you're like, you know what, I don't care if I hurt them. But you should care, because that other person is and feels the same way that you do in certain moments. That leads me to my third point, which is that to be a good Christian, you have to actually listen to the word. You shouldn't go to church and just be like, oh yeah, I'm at church, I'm just going to talk with my friends and text. No, I mean, just because there's free Wi-Fi at church doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to what the pastor is saying, or the priest. Depends on what church you go to. So that's what I'm saying, guys. Being a good Christian is living. This is gonna sound really poetic. Living the life the Lord wants you to live. That is being a good Christian. Wearing skirts because your church makes you, or other things, does not make you a good Christian. So keep that in mind and try really hard to do what is best and right. So I love you guys, and I hope this video helps you. And keep this in mind, especially when you're going to say something. The first thing you should think is, would God want me to say this? And what your gut instinct tells you, and what the instinct that you know comes from God tells you. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to send me a message, as I always say, please send it to this email right here. I love you guys. Hopefully I will be able to see you next week. Hopefully. And bye.